Impeccable timing. Today is also the day where I finally care about a VTuber stream, so what do you know, there's also a state of play. Great. Yeah, I don't typically care for VTubers, but there are a certain couple games where I'll watch a VTuber if they play it. Mostly NES bootlegs, Atari Aerogaze, and games that are edgy just for the sake of being edgy. But the Town with No Name is a special one, because it's funny.
Now, was the actual stream funny?
I came here to watch an anime girl play the funny cowboy game. Not talk to randos is why I don't watch VTubers. Okay.
No, why am I complaining? But hey, new state of play. This is incredibly necessary because the PS5 still has no games. In fact, this is still my complete PS5 collection. And while Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is my favorite game of all time, this is still 3 games. And one of them was also on PS4. Also, if the audio seems off, my microphone broke, my built-in microphone, so everything is really quiet. Here's the actual volume. First up is Conquered. They made this really cool, really almost funny Guardians of the Galaxy skit to announce a 5v5 online multiplayer FPS. And they also talked about how there was going to be a big overarching story to a 5v5 online multiplayer FPS. Now, I've already made it clear that I'm not a fan of FPSs or multiplayer online games. You may have noticed that I was playing Doom earlier, but I was playing Doom as Super Mario 64, and I'll have a link to that in the description. But even then, if I wanted another online multiplayer FPS, I bought Quake 3 Arena at a thrift store for $1, and it works on my Windows 11 PC out of the box. And also, TF2 and Counter-Strike 2 are free. Also, they spent 10 minutes talking about this game. This is a 30-minute presentation. Next up, God of War Ragnarok is coming to PC. Yes, give people fewer reasons to get a PS5. And on top of that, you advertise it as the best version of the game. Not on PS5. Next up is a new Dynasty Warriors, and I don't know whether I've talked about this before, but I'm not huge on the Warrior series. I like sword games, but I like sword games that have deep combat systems like Devil May Cry or the new Final Fantasies. The only Musou game that I've ever really been into was Drakengard. Next up is a game called Infinity Nikki from a company called Inful. This looks like a very simple 3D platformer mixed with a dress-up game. And I really don't think the target demographic is going to be watching a gaming press conference unless that target demographic is there for the curves. In which case I say, be gone, foul temptress. I'm 10 days clean. And then we have another game by Info. Let's see what kind of... Holy moly! Ballad of Antera. This is what belongs in a gaming press conference. Not that style-savvy shoujo succubus stuff. My mom's watching stuff. I mean, look at this. This game looks awesome. How on earth did these two games come from the same company? It looks like the PS5 has its holiday title. What do you mean 2025? And then there's this VR hunting game called Behemoth, made by the company that also did Terminator Dark Fate and Luck. After that is a VR alien game, Rogue Incursion. This honestly looks really low budget to me for some reason. Marvel Rivals, another online multiplayer shooter, but this time it's in the third person. And it features Marvel characters, because everyone still loves the MCU, right? Where wins me? Thank you for reminding me to play more Ghost of Tsushima. Who's ready for an unnecessary PS5 remaster of Until Dawn, a PS4 game from 2015 that you could already play on PS5? And also, this was already announced in the last, I think it was in the Game Awards. Like I said last time, this is an excuse to not play Until Dawn. Path of Exile 2 is an isometric action RPG. I don't care. Moving on. Here we go into the trailer for Silent Hill 2. This is a PS5 game? Yeah, so I get that Konami isn't the greatest company, but there's no excuse for this. This looks like a bad late PS3 game, not a game for the PS5. So I think I'm going to have to go with the original Silent Hill 2 instead. Let me just see how much that is. The remake it is. Monster Hunter Wilds. I would have just skipped it over, said, I don't care. But I'm kind of ticked off about how they introduced this one, because they said it was going to be a Capcom game. And when you say that, you'd better make sure it's Mega Man, Devil May Cry, or Phoenix Wright, because that is what Capcom is, and not Monster Hunter. And then we'll get Astrobot, a sequel to Astro's Playroom, that game that is pre-installed on every single PS5, that you play for 30 minutes while a real man's game installs. Now, this is pretty neat and cute because I like all the little references it has, but at the same time, I feel like this is a Wii Sports Resort situation where it's got to be bundled in with future PS5s, but if you already have one, you're going to have to spend money for it. And this is a tech demo, not the kind of game that you spend money on. And then we have... Wait. That's it? That's all there is? That's the end of it? That's how you end it?
And that was the State of Play. Why do I own this?